What's going on, guys? It's Jeff. Back here over on some more Modern Warfare, because the more and more stuff that I'm hearing about Modern Warfare 2, for example, and mostly the things that I'm hearing is literally just looking at my timeline. Sometimes I have people tell me some, interesting shit, but if it's out there and people are speculating about it, I might as well talk about it. So I made a video a little while ago. It's got like 700,000 views on it or something crazy. Fuck this map. Just put me on hardcore shipment, please. Modern Warfare 2 is apparently already in alpha, which is... I always feel like that should be a good thing, that they're this early into it, that they are ahead enough. They're actually having like alpha playtests and stuff already. All I'm saying is that with Modern Warfare 2, everybody knows that with Modern Warfare, just becoming a thing, and it changed the way that a lot of people are like, the way that they view the game and stuff like that. Like, obviously, the game changed, Call of Duty. It saved Call of Duty. But it changed a lot of, like, the core things that we know about Call of Duty multiplayer and what is and isn't, like, approved playstyle and all this other shit. Shit ton more players that are also able to band together and then, like, confirm and comfort each other while they're sitting there hiding in their corners. And the more people they have around them, the more they feel like they're correct, right? This was my fear before anyone even started saying anything on Twitter about it. But the idea is that Modern Warfare 2 is gonna probably be an even more campy version of the Modern Warfare that we know right here, 2019. It's gonna be even campier. There was a small hope that, it would kind of take the direction of Vanguard to a degree, just like a lot more polish and being within a time frame that people like. They're probably gonna keep tac sprinting. They're probably gonna keep doors and this, quote, like, tactical approach to everything. They tried to design the map not around a lot of 3-lane, but more so always did this kind of, quote, realistic aspect where parts of the maps were just simply not balanced and they just frankly weren't competitive. There's so many maps in Modern Warfare 2019 that are just unbalanced in terms of spawn, which flag is stronger than the other, hard points, all sorts of shit. My hope is that, I don't know, with Modern Warfare 2022, but I'm just hoping with Modern Warfare 2 2022 could at the very least get combat pacing. Maybe that's one thing that they could try to do. I mean, I understand that combat pacing can mess with things because it technically is like going against the grain of what some maps are designed to do. But that's why they ended up squishing them down in size. Maybe they just wouldn't want to deal with all of that. Also, I'm worried that there's a possibility that the more that this goes on, and especially with like the Microsoft acquisition and all that stuff, what if we just start getting less and less multiplayer, player-friendly shit? I feel like we should have more options. I feel like combat pacing is only a plus and there's really no minus to it. It doesn't affect competitive because competitive would have its own rule set and everything like that, which I think should be in the game. I think competitive should be supported a lot more than it currently is, but I understand why it's scuffed half the time. From what I know, though, it's, especially if they're ahead, one thing that it tells me, since they're, quote, ahead, it's probably literally Modern Warfare 2019, just with a bunch of quality of life / upgrades and shit like that, or at least, what they see as those upgrades and quality of life, how it is in practice and all that shit for them. Regardless, obviously, I'm gonna play the game. I already know I'm gonna play the game. If I'm thinking of Modern Warfare literally 2.0, the updated, newer version of campy Modern Warfare, it's basically, I mean, Modern Warfare 2 could have twice as many doors, twice as many windows, and twice as many areas to get shot from trying to cross the street. Over on Vanguard, that literally is never an issue. Does anybody notice that? It's literally not an issue. People immediately out of the gate, like, I would rather this whole brain-melting go, 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 just blank chicken with your head cut off, just sprint at each other shit, and this super slow 17 kill. I already reacted to my Damascus Rage Charge that had a ton of early Modern Warfare 2019 multiplayer gameplay, and multiple instances in that Rage Charge was me talking about how nobody on our team has any kills. There were points in the game where it was completely silent, no shots fired for over 20 seconds. That shouldn't happen in a Call of Duty game. If there's something, if everything is working correctly with spawns and holding position and stuff like that, that should never happen within a public game. Maybe in like a controlled pro environment where they're all like avoiding each other and know that like the next death could be bad or something like that. That's the only time I expect that kind of shit. That never happened in Call of Duty before. Try joining a Modern Warfare 2 lobby and not hearing any noise at all for 20 seconds straight. You would think that you were literally lagging out. Old school Modern Warfare 2, noob tubes, all that shit. 80 kills. How much progress is that? It's at least like 5 progress or something.
Oh, it's nice. Hey, yes, DeMarcus.
Yeah, I got the Marcus cam. Honestly, if I take this off and then put on maybe like stippled or something like that, is there a way to make this better? I really hate the feeling of this raw, but it's the only weapon I don't have obsidian. I had some people like harassing me about that before, like, hey dude, technically a new weapon came out over on Cold War after Vanguard came out, so like, could you go back and do it? Like, no, I'm not doing like the melee weapons and shit like that, because here's the thing, I could go back and get them, but the thing is, who the fuck gives a shit? The Dark Matter Ultra Katana or the Dark Matter Ultra boxing gloves or whatever the fuck they got going on over there anymore. If I'm trying to think of a Modern Warfare game with twice the amount of doors, twice the amount of openings and ways to get shot from and shit like that, Ghost still being the way that it is and all this other shit, like, you can play the game in a fast pace, but the game is not set up for you to do so. It's set up for you to kind of sit. You know, it's a style of game now. That's just, it is what it is. You have to accept that. Love Modern Warfare 2, love Modern Warfare 3, but they're just not, they don't have the same identity anymore. It is what it is. Oh, the iron sight's not too bad. I don't like it, but I'll use it. But my last video, I would just like to say, it says Modern Warfare can save us all. I still think that title's true. It can save us all. It might not be the salvation we're looking for, though. For others, hey, it might be. The amount of people that might be super bricked up and just thinking about the fact that they can sit behind yet another thing, mount on another thing, another door frame, another window, another core, another very, very particularly placed ledge that's broken. Oops. I really do hope that they end up keeping the kill streak thing on the right side so you can like tell how many kills you have. I mean, it's hardcore at the moment, but it makes editing 10 times easier when you're like going through hours of footage and shit like that and you're trying to figure out where your streaks were at. Instead of clipping every single time you do something, you can just look down in the bottom right and just find where all your streaks are. Vanguard does it really well too. Also, I've been getting tweets from people complaining about my class setup being in their lobbies and killing people, so I wouldn't call it my class setup. I was using it. I like the Thompson. And that's just, it's kind of what it is. You can have all sorts of different variations of it. That's just the one that I like to use. There's nobody that made a class setup, you know what I mean? Damn, a lot of people got an average of 43 kills in here, huh? I mean, I pretty much have nothing else to aim for. I might just go and unlock Obsidian for this. I mean, I don't really like the gun, but I mean, what else am I gonna do? Why not? I mean, that's content right there. Boom, we're going back. It is what it is. Oh yeah, and another thing that Supermassive Games trademarks 5 new The Dark Pictures titles. So from what we know, we initially had like The Dark Pictures, we had Man of Medan, we had Little Hope, and we had House of Ashes. I would say out of the 3 of those, I would say that House of Ashes is probably actually the more complete one and the one that I like more personally. I still think Until Dawn is kind of like, it's pretty much a cult classic video game at this point. It's gonna be very, very hard for them to, you know, go and try to, you know, top that kind of game, but as an entire anthology, which we were aware of, they're gonna make a lot of games for this whole thing. We know that the next one is named The Devil in Me, but here it says they trademarked The Craven Man, Oh Death, Directive 8020, Intercession, and Winterfold. Obviously, we have no idea what any of those mean or anything like that, but all I'm seeing right here is just more story-based horror. Yes. Honestly, my favorite shit to do.